G'day and hi everyone, it is Mimo here, back for a little bit of a post-war update and roster update, I guess you could say. Now, war that just passed, fairly average prizes. If we talk about the prizes, they were fairly cruddy prizes, but everyone was trying to avoid that Red Death Clem, and I call her the Red Death Clem just because of how cruddy she is and how much no one really wants anything to do with her, which I'm sure was probably the case in most regions. Everyone was trying to avoid that second place, which happens every now and then in war when they have crap prizes up. People are trying to avoid certain characters and things like that. In my region, it came down to about a 3-ray race for that second, third spot. My faction absolutely didn't want that Clem. We usually get third spot, so that's sort of our placehold third spot in war, unless we want to spend a whole heap of coins and play with dirty tactics like the other top two factions do. That's sort of the only way we're going to ever be in the top two, and me and my faction are not really like that. We're not like that, so we don't want to make alliances or anything like that, or spend a ton of money at war. We're quite happy with third spot, but this time people wanted our third spot, just purely because no one wanted that red Clem. So unfortunately, with factions trying to, I guess you could almost say, squeeze their way into our usual placeholder, I guess we were faced with something we're not usually faced with, and the war got a bit more intense in that regards, but we were fortunate enough to steer clear of that Red Death Clem and actually get ourselves this boy here, which is the original Duane. It's the original one. It's before this 45 AP one come out with the tokens. This is the original one. As you can see there, all fast get plus 30% defense and 24 crit. Not an overly bad leader skill. If you've not got a very nice defensive leader skill, I guess, for your fast, then that's pretty nice. It's a good little, I guess it's good if you've not got too much there. It's at least something. Plus 24 crit, that's not bad either. If you want to use fast for zombies, then by all means, that's not a bad leader skill. There's only a few characters that actually have a higher crit leader skill than that. You think of Blue Kenny and things like that. So not bad overall in the leader skill department. I personally won't be using this character. Honestly, I won't be using this character, but this character was definitely better for my faction and was the better of the red, the Clem and him, definitely the better of those two, so that's why we did end up wanting him in the end. But yeah, and then you move on to Wizard's Ren last. Nothing too special. This character isn't overly special, anything like this. Like I said, the war prizes this war were fairly average, which is pretty much every war prize is fairly average, and that's why I don't quite understand why people spend so heavily on war, just purely because you're getting average prizes. I've always recommended, if you want better characters, you're probably better going for premier recruits, even though your chances are shit. If you do manage to pull the rabbit out of the hat, they're gonna be better quality players, quite possibly, than what you're getting in war. But it's one of those things with this game, you take chances either way you're losing, and it's just one of those things. But yeah, like I said, his rush is fairly average. Stun one enemy and all enemies adjacent to that enemy for one turn. 75 AP, I've always said I like 66 or below AP, so it's a bit higher. I could get him rushing first turn, but I'd rather get my Ben rushing first turn, to be honest. But not a bad character overall. I definitely think there will be a few people in my faction that can use him. If you've not got a whole heap of fast, he can definitely come in handy. Stunning people for one turn, that definitely comes in handy. But per usual, hope you did enjoy that video. More shall be out soon, and thanks for watching.